welcome to the very first class of your UPSC foundation. Before we open a single subject, before polity, before history, before geography, we have to understand the exam itself. Because you cannot win a contest whose rules you have never truly understood. So today, we map the whole UPSC universe, what the civil services examination actually is, the 3 stages you must clear, the services it can lead to, and why this exam is unlike any other you have ever written. No cramming today, just a clear, honest picture of the mountain and the path that leads up it. Here is the map of today's class. 6 ideas that turn a vague, intimidating exam into something you can genuinely plan for. First, the 3-stage journey, prelims, mains, and the interview, and how each one filters the field. Second, the prelims in focus, the screening test that lakhs of aspirants sit, and the quiet trap hidden inside it. Third, the mains and the interview, the descriptive stage where your rank is actually decided. Fourth, the services you are really competing for, the Indian Administrative Service, the Police Service, the Foreign Service, and many more. Fifth, why the UPSC is fundamentally different from every objective exam you have taken before. And sixth, the hard numbers, how marks are counted, who is eligible, and how many attempts you are allowed. Let us begin. Let us start with the shape of the whole exam, because almost every mistake a beginner makes flows from misreading this one picture. The civil services examination is not a single test. It is a 3-stage filter, and each stage does a completely different job. The first stage is the preliminary examination, the prelims. This is a vast objective screen. Several lakh aspirants sit down on one day and answer multiple choice questions. Its only purpose is to filter that enormous crowd down to a workable number. It is the widest mouth of the funnel and by far the most crowded. Those who clear it move to the second stage, the main examination or mains. Now the format changes entirely, no more ticking boxes. This stage is descriptive. You write long, reasoned answers by hand across several papers and several days. Only a few thousand survive to reach it, and this is where the real contest truly begins. And the small number who cleared the mains reach the third and final stage, the personality test, better known as the interview. Now, only a few hundred candidates remain for a face-to-face conversation with a selection board. So hold the shape firmly in your mind. Prelim screens, mains ranks, and the interview finishes, a funnel that begins with lakhs and ends with a few hundred. Every hour you study is aimed at carrying you one step further down that funnel. Now let us zoom into that first stage, the prelims, because it hides the trap that quietly ends thousands of attempts every single year. The prelims has 2 papers, written on the same day, and they do not do the same job at all. The first is General Studies Paper 1. 100 questions, 200 marks, 2 hours, spanning history, geography, polity, economy, environment, science, and current affairs. This is the paper that counts for selection. Your score here and here alone decides whether you clear the prelims cutoff. The second is General Studies Paper 2, known as the CSAT, which tests comprehension, reasoning, and basic aptitude. And here is the trap. This paper is merely qualifying. You do not need a high score. You only need to clear 33%. Yet every year, aspirants who neglected it fail to clear even that modest bar and are eliminated, despite a brilliant first paper. 2 more things you must respect. There is negative marking. 1/3 of a mark is lost for every wrong answer, so reckless guessing is punished. And, crucially, your prelims marks do not carry forward to the next stage. So the takeaway, the prelims is only a gate. It decides who is allowed in, but the score itself contributes nothing to your final rank. Clear it comfortably, respect the CSAT, and then let it go. Now we reach the stage that actually decides your fate, the main examination and the interview that follows it. If the prelims is about elimination, the mains is about distinction. This is where your rank is built, mark by mark. The mains is a set of written papers. There is the essay, worth 250 marks. Then, 4 general studies papers, each also 250. Paper 1 covering history, Geography and Society, Paper 2 covering Polity, Governance and International Relations. Paper 3 covers the economy, the environment, and internal security, and Paper 4 is unique. It tests ethics, integrity, and aptitude, often through real-world case studies. On top of these comes the interview, the personality test, worth 275 marks. And notice the demand these papers place on you. Every one of them is descriptive. You are writing answers of roughly 150 to 250 words by hand under a ticking clock. It is never enough merely to know the material. You must structure it, argue it, and finish on time. So the takeaway? This is where rank is won. Through analysis and disciplined writing, not through ticking boxes. From your very first subject in this course, we will study each topic the way the mains demands, so that writing a strong answer becomes second nature long before exam day. Let us pause on the question that keeps aspirants going through the hardest months. What are you actually competing for? Clearing this exam does not hand you one job. It opens a door to more than 20 of the highest services in the country. At the very top sit the three most sought after. The Indian Administrative Service runs the machinery of government, from a single district all the way up to entire ministries. The Indian Police Service leads the nation's police forces and its law and order. And the Indian Foreign Service represents India across the world through diplomacy. But those three are only the beginning. The same exam fills the Revenue Service, the Audit and Account Services, the Railway Services, and many more, over 20 central services in all, each running a vital part of the nation. Which service you finally enter is not your choice alone. It is decided by your rank together with the preferences you submit. And the higher your rank, the wider your choice becomes. So the takeaway, one single exam is the gateway to the nation's top services. When the preparation feels endless, remember what sits on the other side of it. A role with the power to shape the lives of millions. Now, something essential, especially if you've cracked competitive exams before. Now many bright aspirants stumble at exactly this point, because they prepare for the UPS. See the way they prepared for every other test. And the UPSC punishes precisely that. Let us see why it is different. Think about the objective exams, the SSC, the banking exams, most entrance tests. They reward speed and recall. There is one correct answer, and the winner is whoever finds it fastest and most accurately. Preparation there means memorizing facts and drilling for pace. The UPSC, especially at the main stage, wants something almost opposite. It rewards depth, multi-dimensional analysis, and the ability to take a position and defend it in clear, structured writing. A question rarely has one neat answer. It has a strong argument and a weak one. So the skill truly being tested is not how much you can remember. It is how you think. Can you look at an issue from several angles, connect it to what is happening in the country today, and express your own judgment clearly on paper? So, the takeaway, the UPSC rewards understanding and expression, not raw speed. It is a marathon of thinking, not a sprint of recall. And the moment you accept that, you will study in a completely different and far more effective way. Let us make all of this concrete with the actual numbers, because understanding how the marks add up will change how you prioritize every single day. Your merit is built almost entirely at the mains written stage. The essay carries 250 marks. The 4 general studies papers together carry 1,000, and the optional subject adds another 500. That is 1,750 marks of written merit. To that, the personality test, the interview, adds 275 marks. Put them together, and your rank is decided out of a grand total of 2,025 marks. Now notice what is missing from that sum, the prelims. Not a single prelims mark enters your final rank. It was only ever the gate that let you in. So the takeaway, your rank is built from the mains plus the interview, those 2,025 marks, while the prelims merely qualifies you to compete. That is exactly why serious aspirants prepare for the mains from day one and never mistake the prelims for the finish line. Before we close, let us cover the practical rules of entry. Who may sit this exam and how often? Because these limits should shape your timeline from the very start. To appear, you must be a graduate in any discipline, and final year students may apply as well. You must be an Indian national, and for the administrative, police, and a few other services, full Indian citizenship is required. The age window is 21 to 32 years for the general category, measured on the 1st of August of the exam year, with relaxations for reserved categories. The number of attempts is also capped. A general category candidate gets 6 attempts. An OBC candidate gets 9, and candidates from the S, C, and ST categories may attempt it right up to the upper age limit. Every time you sit the prelims, 1 attempt is counted against you. Put those two limits side by side, a shrinking age window and a fixed count of attempts, and one clear lesson stands out. So, the takeaway, your age and your attempts are both limited, so start early and treat every attempt as precious. A calm, well-planned 3-year effort beats a panicked, wasted one every single time. Finally, let us connect all of this to the course you are beginning, so you know exactly how these videos will carry you up the mountain. We will build the core in a deliberate order. Polity and the Constitution first, then history, geography, the economy, the environment, and science and technology. Each subject is taught from the ground up, assuming nothing, one concept at a time, in strict sequence, so that no gap is ever left behind you. And every topic is taught from both angles at once. The way the prelims will test it in a sharp objective question, and the way the mains will demand it in a reasoned written answer. Learn it once, correctly, here, and you are ready for both stages. Woven through all of it is the link to current affairs, because the UPSC never asks about a concept in isolation. It asks about that concept as it lives in today's headlines. So the takeaway, this is one structured path, from foundation to exam ready. Our promise is simple. Find us and your foundation is complete. From the very next class, we begin decoding the prelims in full, one idea at a time. Let us gather the entire class in one breath, so it settles firmly into memory. The Civil Services examination is a 3-stage filter. The prelim screens the crowd, the mains ranks the survivors, and the interview finishes the selection. The prelims has 2 papers. General Studies Paper 1 decides your cutoff, while the CSAT is only qualifying at 33%, and its marks never carry forward. The mains and the interview are where rank is truly built. The essay, 4 general studies papers, and the personality test. This one exam opens the door to the administrative, police and foreign services, and more than 20 central services in all. The UPSC is different. It rewards depth, analysis and writing, not speed and recall. Your rank comes from 2025 marks, and eligibility means a graduate degree, an age of 21 to 32, and a limited number of attempts. Next class, the prelims decoded in full detail, one idea at a time. That is the UPSC universe. The whole mountain, seen clearly before we take the first step up it. It is a long climb, but it is a well-mapped one, and thousands of ordinary people complete it every year through steady, structured effort. Study with us, one idea at a time, and let this be the course where your foundation is finally, genuinely complete. We will see you in the next class.